Real, ain't nobody.
What's up, Wayne Wayne?
What up, homie?
Well, it's the dynamic duo was like.
Yeah. It is dose of us. Dose.
What's up, Dose? How you doing? This house feeling like Sunday around this motherfucker. This house.
Hey, welcome to the It's About Time show. I am your illustrious co-host, the one and only Chuck Beard, and I have the queen with me this evening, Miss Nicole Gilbert. Yes, hello, good evening. Welcome to the start of the show. We're so happy to have you here. We're actually missing one of our co-hosts who went to he was whisked away to the beautiful state of Delaware. For real, eh?
Wayne's World joke.
Yeah, you kind of had to be at the Wayne's World joke. What up, Charlie? What up, Nino? Glad y'all tuned in.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Charlie.
Okay, so first and foremost, before we get started on anything, I'm asking everybody if you could please like the video, share the video. Like the video, share the video, so we can get some folks tuned in with us. All that being said, before I get into my segment, which is going to be a little different this evening, because I got some shit I got to get off my chest. One of the homies, Mark White, he actually went to Morehouse with me, but this is a dude that traveled the world for almost 2 years, right? He went to, I want to say, 6 different continents. Only continent he hasn't been to is Antarctica, and he's black, so black people Antarctica probably not gonna happen. I'm just saying, yeah. So anyway, Mark has a website called SeeUncharted.com, and on his website he's selling pictures. So if you need pictures for your house or whatever, he has pictures from around the world. There are hundreds of them that you can choose from, and he has a code that you can use to get the pictures for 25% off. The code is FriendsFam25. FriendsFam25. So if you need artwork for your house and like it's real professional type stuff, like that's my dude, I wouldn't promote it if it was some BS. But anyway, FriendsFam25, and the website is SeeUncharted.com, right? And that being said, that's a shout out we're gonna give to Mark. Mark, hit me up, homie. Alright, so we've been gone for 2 weeks. Dos semanas. And unfortunately, I was not deported to Jamaica.
Oh, man.
I know, I was a little distraught about that myself. What's up, Rhonda? So I'm back. You know, I'm in the United States. I was hoping to have a new home. I kind of am, though. I kind of am disappointed that I wasn't deported to Mexico. But anyway, so normally I do the What the Fuck Chuck segment, right? Which is a segment that I, just random stuff that I see on the internet. However, I got to talk about what happened to me in Cozumel, Mexico. All right, so, and I know some of y'all seen the Jeep, the best and the worst Jeep in the world, not just the country, in the world. We in the best and worst Jeep in the world riding, and they say they got this Mayan pyramid. And I'm like, oh, let's go see the Mayan pyramid. I want to go see the pyramid, blah, 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 right? And I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to go see this Mayan pyramid, right? We drive around. First of all, it took forever to get there. Then it's like not well marked or whatever. So ask somebody, got to turn around, got to go up this road, over these big speed bumps. Then we in this like little bitty town. Like little. Like everybody in the town was sitting outside on this one curb, like smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, right? So I'm like, where's the Mayan pyramid? They're like, oh, just go right up here to your left.
No, say it just like they said it.
Go right up here and through your left. Through my left, you through your left, Holmes. Okay, so go right up there, and I passed it. So, like, dang, we almost out of the town. Literally. we crossed the road. It was in the middle of, like, some bushes. So, then, walk back, and, like, where's the Mayan?
What was it?
Okay. I'm gonna describe it to you like this. It looked like if all of us in this room got a whole bunch of rocks from the lake and some mud and stuck them together and made a mound. That's what it looked like. But they had it advertised like it was a pyramid. I couldn't wait to see a pyramid.
I mean, how big was it?
Maybe 15 feet tall. Yeah, I got a picture of it. I'll probably put the picture up on the website so y'all can look at it and be like, that's some bullshit there. Because that's really what I felt like. I was really distraught and hurt behind the fact I didn't get to see my first pyramid in Cozumel, Mexico. So, that being said, my what the fuck Chuck was like the middle finger to Cozumel, Mexico and they Mayan ruins.
Really?
I mean, not really, because I had a good time in Cozumel. It was just the fact that I didn't get to see a pyramid. Don't believe the hype, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
A pyramid in Mexico, though? Really?
Yeah, that's
you
where...
expected that?
No, that's where a lot of them are. Like the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas built pyramids in Mexico. Like
In Cozumel, Mexico.
no, they had like 3 things. Like it's on the map. Like it looked like the pyramid. Hey, Felicia, didn't it look like a pyramid on the map?
Don't do it. Just don't do
It
it.
did. It did. I promise. It looked just like a pyramid. It looked like, like it didn't look like an Egyptian pyramid. It looked like an Aztec pyramid or a Mayan pyramid.
Okay.
All right. So,
What I got going on? What I got going on?
yeah. What's
Oh, what I got going on. I'm just upset with society, period. Like the whole economy in the U.S. and just like I've been watching and seeing some things and it's just like really almost like am I the only one feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone?
No. Like, I routinely go through, like, if I watch the news, okay, this is what bothers me. Reality television is less entertaining than what's going on in the White House. Like, that's what's concerning to me.
And it's watching a train wreck, but it's almost like you're waiting on the train wreck and it ain't never gonna happen. The train wreck is never gonna happen, but you're sitting there watching it. You know it's coming.
We're watching the train wreck in super slow
motion.
That's what we're watching. Like the train's like, no.
So something really hit me. I saw a video where y'all probably seen it.
Middle finger to Felicia for her comment, but go on what you said.
A white guy was walking in Florida. He was butt-ass naked walking down the street. Cops, I guess somebody called the cops. Cops eventually got him, pulled him over or whatever. And dude just went belligerent, like he went crazy. Before I read the comments, my first thought was, how come he didn't get shot? How come he didn't get tased?
Was he first?
I just said a white man.
Yeah.
How come he didn't get tased? Yeah. How come he didn't get tackled to the ground?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this man has 0 clothes on, not even a pair of socks. You know what I'm saying? And then they claim damage to the patrol car.
What?
So I had to stop and think, and I'm like, why would I even think that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to wish that on somebody? Why would you want to wish that the police would go out and shoot this man because he running around here butt-ass naked because he don't know what else to do? But
did he hurt anybody? Like, what happened?
I don't know. He could have. They still don't know why he was walking down the street butt-ass naked. But it's sad that my thought process went to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really went to, how come he didn't get shot? Because as we all know, if he was a little bit darker,
it wouldn't even have been questions.
No
I felt threatened.
Questions asked. This man running around, but you know he ain't got nothing on.
Actually, it wouldn't even have been an explanation first. It would have just been pow. I feel threatened.
Yeah.
Oh, case dismissed.
Case dismissed. So, that little incident, and then people want to say, why you want to bring race into it? Hell, actions speak louder than words. What you see is what you've been getting.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
on. And then, okay, hold up. If he was black, think of the rhetoric that they would have used to talk about him. Oh, he's a monster. He was a demon. Yeah. He looked very vicious. He looked like he was going to harm. You don't hear none of that because of what his skin color is.
It's crazy and I was thinking the other week, like, a lot of people ask, well, what do you do to end racism? I don't think that's ever going to end. So at this point, it's like, what do we do as a black community to get, to get stronger and not keep allowing this to happen to our people.
Damn, that's a hard question. I think the only way to end racism is for, and it's such a hard topic to even comment on, but the only way to do that is for everybody to separate, right?
That's what I was.
For each to go to their own, and then, which is, I don't know if that's going to promote racism. I think it'll promote ethnocentricity. However, I don't know if that's going to eliminate racism, because you can't eliminate history.
I don't think racism will ever go away. I can't remember where I first heard it, but somebody said it was like a disease.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever thought of it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's sad but true. It is a disease.
Yeah.
And it's just like cancer and, HIV.
Yeah. I mean, it was some show I was watching. I watch a bunch of shows on the internet, and this white man said that white people would give up houses, land, they'll give up everything, but they would not give up their whiteness.
Right. They're not going to give that up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, look who just got here. Come on. Yeah, we got the man himself. Come on, scoot over, cuz. Come on, man. Yeah, you getting over there. Yeah.
You done popped in like that. You got to that. Like, really?
Yeah.
Fresh off the runway, straight into the studio.
Look, if y'all don't know who this man is, this is the best tattoo artist in the Chattanooga area. We shout him out every week. He is the owner and the proprietor of JL Studios. This is the card right here, which I'm sure you can't see from where you are. But anyway, this is Mr. John Lindsay, who I asked to come and become a part of the conversation that we're having this week. So, John, before you say anything to the people, you gotta like and share the video.
Like and share.
Yeah, like and share the video.
I feel like I should have some makeup.
I know you need some
Yeah,
glasses on or something.
I mean, like
One stop away from the Gestapo.
But
the reason that I brought all of that up is, is to kind of lead into our topic of the day.
Okay. Well, before we get to the topic though, because I got a bunch of shit, because we haven't done this in 2 weeks. I got shit I got to get off my chest about what's been happening.
But I'm saying all of that
ahead.
because I feel like the black community is stuck.
Yeah.
It's stuck in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Oh no, and we gonna talk about we gonna definitely get into that portion of it because we are stuck. And that's.
Okay, so I share this thing.
We gotta learn them on the ways.
We really gotta learn him.
Show.
So you write it down.
Yes, turn your volume down. That's all you gotta do.
You just share now.
It's like calling into the radio station with your radio turned up. You gotta turn the radio down. You know what I'm saying? When you call in.
And Mr. Lindsay has now liked and shared the show.
Word.
If you're watching, like and share, please.
Yes.
We love you guys for watching.
Okay, so now I'm finna, before we get into the topic, our topic this week is stuck. We haven't asked any questions yet.
JL Studio 6925 Shalford Road, Suite 305.
Hey,
Okay, hold on. You gotta say it louder into the camera.
Shameless plug. 6925 Shalford Road, Suite 305.
All right,
Hey.
6925 Shalford Road, Suite 305 in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. All right.
All
right. Shameless plug, JL Studios. Okay, so now, and I'm sure. Well, actually, I'm gonna do this one first. I'm sure all of y'all have heard about LeBron James, right? LeBron James owns a house in California, and while he was somewhere else in the country, he had the word "nigger" spray painted on his garage in California.
Yep.
In a very elite part of LeBron James ain't finna buy a house in Compton.
Yeah, right,
So,
right,
of course,
right.
he had a house where LeBron James would have a house.
Right.
And so, anyway, Jason Whitlock, who is a sports commentator on Colin Cowherd's show, said that LeBron James was not suffering from any type of racism. Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
He's a white fella.
no, this is a black cracker. This
What'd you say? A black cracker.
a black cracker. That's what it is. Yeah. Uncle
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus nephew. That's who it
You
was.
gotta rotate your. He looked like Uncle Ruckus
He
though.
kinda do.
Like you bullshit.
He
But
was
anyway, so
he was
like
overweight.
I had to get this off my chest, man, because like everybody is dancing around the issue with this dude and trying to, you know, codify and explain away and rationalize and all that shit. But my thing is, how can you put a racial slur on someone's house and it not be a racist act or an act of racism?
And then you not be affected by it.
Yeah. I mean, granted, LeBron James had to pay the money to get his house re-spray painted, but at the same time, or repainted. But at the same time, it's the inconvenience factor, it's the humiliation, and it's the fact that at the end of the day, it's a word that still like
holds negative connotation to this day.
Yeah, despite its positive origin, you know. So anyway, I had to get that shit off my chest, man, because that don't make no sense. Like, how is this black man gonna say this man did not suffer from racism just because he got money?
You never know what's going on through another individual's mind when they speak comments like those, brother. Did he explain himself why he felt like that?
Man, he tried to. I cut that
Basically, at
shit
the end
off.
of the day, he said LeBron had too much money to be in his feelings.
He said that by the time, his point was LeBron wasn't there, his family wasn't there. By the time that he found out about it, the caretakers, they had already removed the slur, and basically what his point was is that LeBron nor his family was in no real danger. They really didn't face any type of threats, and you know what I'm saying,
So
as
he
opposed to
didn't
the
directly suffer from racism.
right.
But
That was
he
his
had
point.
niggas spray painted on this garage. How is that not racist?
Right.
How is that not racism? What white person is in danger of having cracker or peckerwood or Ofe?
And not only that, he's a father, so his children are going to be affected.
My bad, I had to put them all out there. Every one of them I could think of on the spot.
This nigga done went to. Boy, rotate your racial slurs.
Hey, you gotta do it.
Rotate them.
Speaking of using the word nigga, I don't know if y'all saw Bill Maher on his show. What's the name of the show? Real Time.
Real
Bill
Talk
Maher.
with Bill Maher.
Yeah, it comes on HBO. Anyway, Bill Maher is talking to this senator from Nebraska, right? In the process of talking to the senator from Nebraska, the senator is like, "Oh, Bill Maher is great. You'll love it. You should come down here. We can put you to work in the field." He meant as in working in the field with the
other reporters.
Yeah, the political workers. Yeah, you're going to go door to door knocking on doors, that kind of bullshit, right? So Bill Maher, his comment was, "I don't work in the field. I'm a house nigga."
He said it so smooth, too,
Yeah.
like it just rolled off his tongue.
Yeah, he said
Yes.
like, I mean, he's a comedian, so, you know, like that.
But you got to look at Bill Maher's.
If you are a fan of
His
Bill
association.
Maher, that is who Bill Maher is. But at
He
the
fucks
same
with black
time,
hookers. He smokes weed. He hangs around all the brothers, so
yeah, I think
he felt a little comfortable.
I guess so.
I mean, like, okay, because I've been really trying to get a handle on what my thoughts are about what him saying. Because when he said it, I was like, damn, if I had said it, that'd have been a cold ass line, like with a real slick follow up. It had to come from a black person.
Right.
What?
But the fact that he is not black, kind of, you know, it has some sting to it. So, all right, this is just my little comment right here. I feel like, okay, as a black man who is self-conscious, self-aware, the word itself has very little sting when you say it to me, personally, right? But if the word has any sting at all, any venom attached to it at all, or makes anybody immediately go into their feelings, I feel like you're wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like you were wrong for saying that word. Now, I don't have to personally be offended, but if the culture that I live in or if my people are offended, then I feel like you definitely, which he did apologize for, you definitely owe my people an apology. The other thing is, You know, and this is not the first time he said the word nigger. Because he said it on Larry King. And, you know, he dates a plethora of black women, so I'm sure he said it in the bedroom. But anyway, if you were that comfortable, or people are becoming this comfortable with a word that has so much venom, how number one, how do we take the sting out of it? Is there a way to take the sting out of the word? And then is there a way for us to either get them to stop using the word, which I don't think it's going to happen,
We
or
have to stop. No, because listen to what you're saying. You got every rap song out there. 99% of these rap songs out here talking about nigga this, bitch that, nigga this, nigga that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you talk to a group of young kids, and I done been around them,
Mm-hmm.
you got white, black, Mexican, Chinese, whatever. They all singing a song. They all singing nigga.
Yep.
I think that word only offends me, or my eyebrows get raised when it's coming from a person of
When you know.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I 1000% agree. I mean, because if I hear black people say it, it just, you know, it's whatever.
It's so common with us.
Yeah.
Did you see Ice Cube's retort?
I did see that. I did, but go ahead and tell everybody what happened. Because Ice Cube did respond to him on his show. On
it's
Friday.
like he basically, you know what I'm saying, came on the show and he told him, we know you a comedian. Of course, because kind of how he addressed it, he said, I don't know if this supposed to be a comedy show or if it's supposed to be
political show.
Right, like a political show. He was like, you know, I get it, but basically there's white people out there that's done got, you know what I'm saying, like too comfortable. And they say it and they be like, oh well, you know what I'm saying, you know, I dated somebody black, you know what I'm saying, my homie is black, so it's you know what I'm saying, so basically what he was saying is that what he told Bill Maher was, that's a black word.
Mm-hmm.
We own it and we ain't giving it back to you. So as far as, you know what I'm saying, like any white person that feel comfortable enough to say it, then I mean basically it should come in behind it. So
what needs to be understood is, why do we own it?
Well, okay. I think part of
that's a show for February.
well, no, it is a show that we need to do, but like we've been told that our history starts 400 years ago, right? And we own it because the basis of that word starts thousands of years ago.
From King.
Yeah, it's Ethiopian, the NG together, that sound, and basically in Korean they use that sound a lot, like wing, that NGWEN, like that's a common last name. Win, it's kind of how you say it in English. Anyway, so the word started as gods and kings, right? Or God or king, right? So we lost the meaning of the word, and then the meaning was changed. But until we understand what the word really means and the power that it holds, you know, I feel like
it would be used differently.
I feel like it would be less contempt, and I feel like white people will use it differently. I don't see black people not saying nigga. That's just me though.
Not taking that out.
I don't see it either. But it's too contradictory that they are getting comfortable with it. But at the same time, you have to almost like, it's like, why not? If I was on the other side, okay? If I was on the other side.
Mm-hmm. You mean Caucasian?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm listening to the music like everybody else is. I'm growing up listening to the music, nigga this, nigga that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I'm going to be comfortable. I'm telling you, I've been around these kids. These are children.
Yeah.
Who think, why not? They say it on the song. They, you know what I'm saying? We say it to each other, and we don't get offended with each other. They probably don't get to a point in their lives when they get older where it's, you know, said in a different way when you realize, oh, I can ruin somebody with this word. You know what I'm saying? But as children, they don't realize I can ruin somebody with this word, so they just saying it. So how do you teach these kids that's growing up that's gonna be comfortable saying it because that's what they've been doing?
Well, the problem is, okay, and this is something that we as a society battle with. We only get a portion of history, right? So if the true meaning of everything all came out, this falls into that category, people's minds would damn near instantly change.
Yeah.
So until we can actually get true history taught, and you know, it not just being the majority of society's history and everything else is an elective, you know, until that becomes the norm, then it's not going to change. And then people are still going to be offended. People are still going to use the word out of context. And, you know, we're still going to keep having incidents like that. Okay, so now, we're going to push a little bit past that. I want to shout out to the wonderful state of California.
Whoa.
Congratulations, California, because California bucked the system, middle finger to Donald Trump, and said, we're going to do our own public payer health care plans. Right? So, yeah, exactly. In the midst of the Senate and Congress trying to take away everybody's health, 24 million people's health care, the state of California said we're going to give health care to everyone. And the plan that they came up with actually saves the state about, I think they said $24 million.
Oh, wow.
It may be like 240. I don't know. I may have my zeros off or whatever, but it saves the state a gang of money.
Yeah.
So that being said, you know, it still has a long way to go before it passes completely. However, there are no barriers for that to be passed. And anybody that is a barrier, chances are before 2018 is going to get kicked out of office. Because what constituent is going to continue to vote for somebody with a plan like this in place? Mm-hmm. The other side of that, I want to send a big middle finger to the Senate this week for the health care bill that they're trying to get pushed through. You know.
Yeah.
Do you think other states will try to follow in with California?
No.
Or can they?
Well, okay, I think Democratic states, yes. Republican states, no. I mean, which means us in the South ain't gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna cost too much money. We can't do that. Why would we want to give it?
Yeah, they didn't want to accept Obamacare.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you start seeing all these 65-year-old people just falling off the edge of the earth and just dying, and then it's gonna be like, oh no, my Aunt Janie.
Each state honestly and truly has controlled their own Medicaid, so that's why California has the ability.
And the voice you hear, ladies and gentlemen, is that of the illustrious Anton Geronimo Birch.
I can sit in the background, man.
No, he just gonna chill out back here.
Oh man, this man don't want to be on camera this
Man,
week.
I'm tired, man.
He tired.
He fresh from Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware to throw the man out.
We partied all weekend, man. But I'll give my little tidbits. But yeah, the Medicaid system
West Coast
is
in
funded.
the house. What's up, cuz?
Yeah, it's funded through each state. So each state has the ability to overhaul their own health care.
Yeah, but they don't want to do it. That's the problem. They turned down billions with Obamacare, and then now they don't want to overhaul it so that everybody gets it. Alex McKeldin, thank you, sir.
And that's really the only reason it's failing is because
Yeah.
the states said that they wouldn't take these vouchers and help their constituents with getting on this health care, which would have caused the rise in all these premiums and stuff for these people.
Yep. Okay, so now, before we get to the last two, I got to put this out there, right? If y'all were not paying attention, because the next story that I'm going to talk about is what was used to distract y'all from what really happened this week. In the Senate and in the House, they just rolled back the regulations that were put in place against the Wall Street bankers after the, what do you call it?
The housing market crash.
Yeah.
Yes, the housing market debacle.
The debacle that led to the Great Recession. The Great Recession. So they just let all these people off the hook. Then they deregulated them. So now they're going to go right back to doing the same BS they was doing before.
And be smart, people, because I got caught up in that crap. Make sure you have somebody come and look at your house if you're gonna buy one.
Yep.
Make sure the value is what they really say it is.
Yep.
Don't get shammed.
Yep, don't get it inflated.
But
and
thank
all
you for that
stuff.
money that y'all gave back during that. Thank you, President Obama,
Man, what?
because I needed that.
So, anyway, if y'all do not play the stock market, now is a perfect time to get in. Get in and get out. Because what's going to happen is everything is going to blow up. What you're seeing right now with the Dow Jones, since Obama left, has gone from 17,000 to almost 21,000, right? 20,000 was a number that they said that would never happen. Now it's almost at 21,000, right? So, if y'all want to play the stock market, if y'all have any cash whatsoever, target you some stocks, go after them, and just let them sit there for about 3 or 4 years.
You have any suggestions as to like the type of stock that you're saying, me and Joe Blow with $200-300
Right.
is looking to get into?
Well, I
Because
say if you're gonna do,
Honestly,
Georgia Pacific,
Like you play.
Georgia Pacific
why
makes
you,
all
and before
paper
you
products.
say that,
So
now
you play.
Bullshit.
this may sound outlandish, but you probably do want to grab you some stocks in Walmart. The only reason I say that is because since everybody is going online to buy stuff, all retail stores are pretty much getting shut down.
yep,
But one thing that's gonna stand.
it's Walmart. I
The
mean,
monopoly.
Walmart is a good investment. Apple is a good investment.
Yes.
I would say, okay, and y'all can hate me for this if you want to. And y'all ain't gonna hate me. Whoever's out there can hate me. These niggeritos in the room ain't gonna say shit.
See, nigga,
But,
nigga.
I don't
it's
care.
I ain't a nigga. Fuck that
What
shit.
up, Hagwood? So anyway, I would say because this is a brand new industry, marijuana stocks.
I was gonna say that.
Specifically,
You better.
the pharmaceutical marijuana stocks, because there are a bunch of marijuana pharmaceutical companies that have technologies that are being rolled out.
Yes.
And this is a brand new industry.
Yes.
Anytime you can get in a brand new industry, like imagine getting in at the beginning of the internet saga.
Wow.
Like you know how fast AOL blew up?
Yeah.
If you can get in on one of these pharmaceutical stocks before they go nationwide or before they go international, you stand to make a huge profit, right? So that would be one. Like I said, Walmart, Apple, anything that has to do with gas, because what they're doing is like natural resources. They're killing it, and they're going back to coal and gas and all the stuff that creates scarcity, i.e., rich people getting richer. And I'm trying to think of outside of that, like, okay, energy companies, not just like gas and coal, but I'm talking about like Electric Power Board, Georgia Power, NES in Nashville.
You probably would want to do coal because of how your boy doesn't deregulate
Man,
and
okay,
threw out the energy. And
I'm gonna tell you why no on coal. Like they said they was gonna bring back jobs in coal.
it's only about 70.
Yeah, it's only 70 jobs that are being created with coal, and that's across the entire country. 70.
I don't know. Too many people trying to go to school to go, climb down a hole.
Exactly.
You get dirty.
Don't nobody want to spelunk for a living. That's not what you want to do, man.
Got asbestos in
Grease being down there.
Yeah. They was it black lung?
Black lung disease is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big health risk.
Mesothelioma, all kinds.
I don't want to chance black lung. Give or take the state's Medicare plan. It's with the state's Medicaid plan being
I'm gonna crawl down
overhauled.
this hole and I'm gonna get back out the hole. Don't have no insurance.
And the big
What?
state for that is Kentucky.
You
so
gonna
yeah,
fuck around and
you ain't
crawl-
gonna get shit up there, boss.
Yeah.
You're gonna crawl in the hole and die. For
Yeah.
real. This ain't for real.
So I'm finna go to this next story. It's something that happened here, last night, right?
Please tell me the story because since I was in Delaware, I just heard about it. They closed out my Lies Brothers barbecue spot.
Well, there is a young lady that Felicia knows that owns a club that's on Bonnie Oaks, right? Right next to Big Jeff Barbecue, right next to the Rim Shop. There's a barber shop right over there.
T's
Gas
barbershop,
station.
all of
Cheese
them. are.
barbershop, look, gas
Playhouse
station right
Lounge.
there. So anyway, this weekend it was Howard's alumni weekend. Thank you. And in the midst of that, this young lady graduated from Howard, invited people to come to her club so they could party, have a good time, that kind of thing, right? So what happened? Well, somebody get the shooting in the parking lot, and the police pick up 75 shells. 75. Yeah. I don't know who they were shooting at. And the parking lot ain't that big, so.
Be glad they didn't hit none of them gas. Bro.
Man, they ain't hitting nothing but buildings and mailboxes. But, so anyway, what's happened is the police have shut down this young lady's club. Which to me is total bullshit because they not in the club shooting. They outside the club shooting. They on public property shooting, which is the job of the police.
Right.
So the police go in and shut your club down because they wasn't able to do their job.
Because they were affiliated with the club. You goddamn coons. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Everybody gotta go.
You gotta go, you fucking pickaninnies.
Guilty by association.
You ain't got to go home.
You pickaninnies, get on
All
my
y'all
nerves.
niggas got to go
We
out now.
already know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if this was the Palms,
Would nothing happen. Nothing. Nothing. Nathaniel. So anyway, like, I just want to send a big middle finger out to the Chattanooga Police Department for that move because you know y'all shut down this young lady's club because y'all didn't do y'all's job.
But you're one
They
of
have
you
the
coons.
authority to do it.
Yeah.
is it in the zone?
I mean, did they have like any type of suspects, or they just picked up? I mean, what 75 shells? I
Just
mean,
reason.
did anybody? Did somebody get wounded or injured or killed?
Yeah, someone got wounded, but it was a lot of young kids. It was like 18, 21, and 23.
See, that's another part why they go close.
Them young niggas.
Let's just get your goddamn coons off the goddamn streets.
So
Curfew was in effect.
Yeah.
the lady who owned it, you know, it was none of the people who was inside her club. It was outside. So
They were hanging out parking lot pimping. Well, what we used to call parking lot pimping.
right, and
They
she
was out in the
was,
parking
you know, she was saying she didn't know who the individuals who was doing all the shooting because there was nobody participating in that who was inside the club. So
Well, okay, I'm gonna address this. B said, appreciate you watching, B. B said eminent domain. Eminent domain is not exactly what it is in this case. What it is, eminent domain basically says they can come and take over your property whenever they want to, because the government says they want to, right?
Right.
However, they didn't, and that's federal. This is on a city, a local level. So on the local level, what they did was they said it's basically kind of like inciting a riot kind of charge, or a conspiracy charge, kind of those two mixed together. That's kind of how they, you know, how they work that one out. So anyway, all right, we're gonna push past that because we've been on for a minute. The last thing I want to get to before we get into the main topic, which is stuck. The FBI, former FBI director, went before the Senate Intelligence Committee this week to testify about what his knowledge was with Russia's involvement in the 2016 election. I don't know if y'all watched it. I don't know if y'all paid any attention to it.
Yeah.
And in watching it, I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was still left out there. There's a lot of stuff that he purposely did not comment on. And there's a lot of things that he said without saying that are going to trickle down the pipeline. And we about to see a whole bunch of people that are connected to 45 get the axe. Jeff Sessions is the one that's on the firing seat right now.
He trying to resign.
Yeah, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions. We'll holler, brother.
And Trump's trying to get him out there, but he's the goddamn number one good old boy out there, man.
Well, he offered his resignation about a month ago, but Trump said he wasn't going to take it. I guess he's just going to say keep it in his pocket for a minute.
My whole
I think he know he's not built for it because he's a racist piece of shit.
After this whole train wreck happens, and whether it be now or 4 years later or 10 years later, I think that it's gonna be so much worse trying to clean up the pieces.
I don't know. Like, okay, I'm one of them people, like, I love a good disaster movie. Like, I love when Godzilla come through and wreck the whole town and, you know, buildings get torn down and all that.
Okay.
I mean, it ain't just because you get to rebuild, but, like, when you think that you hot shit because you got this penthouse apartment,
Right.
and suddenly your penthouse is gone, and we both now sleeping on the street, it's something to be said about leveling the playing field.
Some old trading places type shit.
It ain't even trading places. It's like, shit, we both in the same place now. It ain't.
Mortimer.
Yeah, it ain't no mortar but none of that. It's just we both in the same spot now. What we gonna do from this point? We got to get past some stuff to get over some stuff to get to some stuff from this point. So I mean, you know, once the train wreck happens, am I gonna be sad for this country?
Nope.
Because really, you brought it on yourself. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. If you did,
You got what you got.
Yes.
yeah,
Get what you get.
I would have told y'all crackers about impulse shopping.
yeah.
Impulse
Tell
vote.
y'all need to get the David Banner's new CD. Oh my God, it's off the hook, right? The God Box is the name of it, but he said on the CD, he said this is the best sex I ever had because black folk been getting fucked for a long time. So I'm ready for this good sex to end. I don't know about y'all.
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Wow.
Oh, B asked the question, if Trump is impeached, is Pence going to be any better? I feel like if Trump gets impeached, Pence is also going to have to go somewhere because it ain't no way Pence was that close to everything and information was getting filtered through, what's his name, Mike Pence. And
He didn't know.
yeah, he didn't
No
know.
idea.
He cannot plead the fifth on none of the stuff that he knows at this point.
Yeah.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Regina
law.
Muse, what's
I
up?
don't know. Let them tell it is.
Yeah.
Trump new to the game, so he didn't know no better.
Man, whatever, man. You can make excuses for whoever you want to make excuses for, man. And the point is, like, if you or I start a job,
Come on. And I
and
fuck up.
that day one, we like, oh, I don't know what the job entails. We fired. We fired.
I didn't know it was this
Like, the
tough.
only person that can get away with being 50% right is the weatherman.
Take your umbrella just in case. Fuck it. We don't know.
That is true.
Man, look. B asked the question, so who pops up to run the country? B, that's a good damn question, because I don't know. I really don't know.
I guess
Come
we
on
can
in,
bring Obama back.
Come on in, brothers.
Let's bring him back.
It's Barack.
All I see is a hand.
That was Barack. He said, yes, we can.
What up, Frank?
Hey, God.
We got Clarence Daniels in the
We got a
building.
family
Yeah,
reunion
we
going
got a
on
whole
today.
family
All I
reunion.
can say is
You
don't
had.
eat food.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Exit stage left.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Come on back, Crazy. Come on, join the conversation. You can sit on the bed.
No, I can't.
You can sit on the bed. Okay, so now, we're going to get into our topic. But before that, I got to shout out my play daughter, Duffy,
Happy
Nicole
birthday.
Jackson. Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dusty.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, my bad.
Hey, I'm saying Krista Young said, can we call for a substitute just like a teacher?
Right?
And
You know, so,
let's see, Hagel said the weatherman can be completely wrong and have a job the next day because he can always blame it on Doppler.
the Doppler radar.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
Doppler.
Yeah. Hey, Big Vinny. What's up, man? Vinny joined the conversation. He asked, what's the topic? We about to get into the topic right now. The topic is stuck.
Stuck.
So, and I'm gonna throw some questions out here. We got enough people to have a discussion about it. But in life, we see a lot of people, especially around our age, because we all mid to late 30s, early 40s, right? Especially around our age, it seems like when you reach a point and you stop growing, or it feels like you stop growing.
Complacency.
Yeah, so we get stuck. Like, some of us get stuck in relationships, some of us get stuck on our jobs, some of us get stuck in friendships, some of us get stuck in our mindsets. And my question for everybody is, why and how do people get stuck?
I think people get comfortable
There you go.
and
That's
settle
the
in a routine,
Speak on that. Talk about it.
you know, and once you get comfortable and set in a routine, you don't want to shake that, you don't want to disturb that, but you know,
So
you can't move when God tell you to move if you comfortable.
ooh.
It's not that you can't move. You don't want to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so okay, let me ask this question because you know he said something with that. Like when it comes to being comfortable, is there security in that comfort?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
Think about it. If you ain't got shit and you are blessed upon a situation where you start to get stuff, you know what I'm saying? In this case, like a job. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, that income that you getting, it's allowing you to pay your rent, pay your light bill, pay your car note, and you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, be out here on the streets, you know what I'm saying, big bar instead of a folk.
Yeah.
And then basically once you done, you know what I'm saying, got to that little level, you know what I'm saying, like you're comfortable, you know what I'm saying, with that, you know what I'm saying, like, with where you at.
Right.
Especially when it's going good.
Right.
Ain't nothing happening. You in your own lane.
You ever put a little bit of money back, you starting to, you know what I'm saying, see your little, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, like John said, you know, God may want you to move on to go do something else.
Until you stop growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. But at what point do you get tired of being comfortable?
Well, I mean, and this is my thing right here. Okay,
Not with niggas.
you start out in the game with no pot to piss in, no window to throw it out of, right? At some point, you get a pot, but your pot starts to overflow. And I don't mean overflow in type the biblical sense. I'm talking about it starts to overflow with piss. You know, so at some point, just having the pot ain't enough. So, you know, and Regina said, you know, people go along to get along, and go along to get along, go along. I mean, and that's, you know, after you get in the routine, you kind of value your routine. And like my thing is, in jobs, in relationships, and in people's mindsets, how do we begin to start recognizing when you're stuck?
Ooh, wee.
Or do you know when you're stuck?
Yeah, how do you even know? You gotta be mature. Something gotta happen. You gotta be at a certain mature level to even recognize it.
I mean, that takes an honest conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point though, you gotta look up and say, I'm not what my life is not what I dreamed
Not
for
what
it
I
to be.
dreamed for it to be.
I mean, and then is it ever too late to stop dreaming?
When you get to a point that you dreaming about living instead of living your dreams, that's when you ought to be. That's when that red light ought to go off in your head that says, "Damn it, I'm stuck."
Right.
Yeah.
When you are constantly dreaming about living instead of living your dreams.
Okay.
That's when you know you stuck.
Okay, because I'm finna open a whole can of worms on that one right there that you just said. In terms of relationships, because a lot of people are in relationships and you hear the 80-20 rule and folks throw that shit out there. And
what's the 80-20 rule?
Where the person that you with has 80% of the package, right? But then somebody comes along that has the additional 20, may not have the other 80, but they look good because they got the other 20. Like they have what your partner is not giving you, and you feel like you need. But people don't want to leave that 80%. They don't want to leave the 80% person for that 20% person. So in your relationship, how do you determine that you stuck? I'm talking about relationship with the opposite sex.
When shit just keep happening the same way, the same time, the same reaction, like at some point you get tired of the same old shit.
Well, you've been going together for over damn 7 years.
Thing.
And when your girlfriend, boyfriend shit, I'm saying what crosses over into common law marriage, and y'all still ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
You with them just to say that you with somebody. That's a lot of people out there. They scared to be by themselves.
Yeah.
So they with somebody just for the sake of being with somebody.
Just to be with
that
somebody.
nigga ain't shit. He ain't shit. Ain't gonna be shit. Ain't talking about
But
shit.
at least I got him.
But he there.
Yeah.
But what do you have? Busted lips, low self-esteem, and a house full of kids. That's fucked up, but it's what it is.
But at least I got a man.
But he there sometimes.
But at least I got a
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Sometime the nigga come home, sometime he don't. Oh well, just don't call me a bitch in front of kids. I then oh.
I mean, you know, but so many people do it. Like, okay, and I'm sorry to have to bring this back up, but the reason why I got divorced is because I felt like it wasn't nothing left for life for me. Like I was going through the motion every day, and I was like, it got to be something better out here.
Yeah.
And at some point in everything that you do, if you continue to do the same thing every day, you gotta learn that there's something else out here. Like, and okay, not to get too religified on you, but if you believe in God, God don't want you to be miserable all your days on the earth. No, you ain't got that many days. You got 70 summers, 70 winters, 70 springs, 70 falls. And you spend 60 of them miserable?
Yeah.
Say at the wrong job, well, with the wrong person, doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, your whole entire life. But you stuck. Alright, so
can't get right.
I'm gonna ask this question because I'm talking passionately or whatever. But how much of a part do friends play in you being stuck and staying stuck?
No, you can't blame your
I'm not saying you blame people, but how do friends play a part in it? Is what I'm asking.
Environment. That's your environment. So yes, they do.
It all depends on how much input they have on your life. Because there are a lot of people who don't like to talk about their business, even to friends.
Yeah.
To get the right kind of input from friends about what they should be or what they could be doing with their life.
This is so touchy.
But everybody has that one person that they talk to. Pops told me a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? He asked me a question. He said, who is your counsel? I had to think about that. I was like, who do I talk to? You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't intentional, you know what I'm saying, like life decision talking, but it's like, hey man, I'm thinking about doing whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. That's your counsel.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all a story. This is why I'm back in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is why I've been struggling to get back for so many years. Y'all know my history and how I go back and forth. But every time, when I moved to Georgia, first of all, it was a miserable thing for me. I won't go into it, but it was an environment that I had never experienced before, but it consumed me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a good environment. I was doing some crazy stuff, whatever. But it wasn't until I came back to Chattanooga. Chattanooga ain't the best. But it wasn't until I came back home and realized that life ain't for me. That's not what's up. I got to do better. Like, I can't keep living like this. You know what I'm saying? And I get drawn back because it was comfortable.
Yep.
Even though this was home to me, Georgia was comfortable to me. That's what I was used to. That's why, you know what I'm saying? It was comfortable. But every time I would go outside of that environment, now the people that were in that environment, it's only maybe one or two people that I can say that are honestly my friends. But, all of the other people, they weren't really my friends, you know what I'm saying? But they were still a part of that environment on a daily basis. I knew I had to get up out of there. And now going back, now that I'm so much mature to know, okay, I don't want to get that comfortable again. You know what I'm saying? When I go back, I see them in the same place, in the same you know what I'm saying? Comfortable situation. And it made me want to just run up out of there even quicker. You know? It's like, I do not want to be like this.
Hold on, dang, B had a comment on here I was going to read, but I'm going to read what Regina said. Regina said, stuck people gravitate to those that are stuck. And birds with feather fly together, that kind of thing. And I also say, like, you attract to you what you need. And, well, Zoe Williams said this on his show. You attract to you what it is that you need to work on. Like, you drawing people to you to help you work on your imperfections. And then Hagwood said, observe the background of the person leading you. That will tell you a lot about where you are.
Yeah. Say that again.
Observe the background of the person leading you. That will tell you a lot about where you are.
Leading you?
Leading, yeah.
I mean, it's basically saying consider the source.
Basically, in all things, I think that's what you gotta do. You gotta consider the source.
How you gonna tell me to get ahead if you behind?
B said getting stuck equals thinking quicksand is actually a part of the beach. I like that, B. Appreciate that.
So much for the morning job.
Man, what? Alright, so, okay, to answer my question that I threw out there, I do feel like friends play a part in you being stuck. However, it's up to each one of us individually to take that long look in the mirror. You know, like your friends can't hold you back from what your destiny truly is, or what your calling truly is, or what your goals really are. However, if you allow friends to pull you and sidetrack you and drag, are they really friends in the first place?
Right.
And so the next question I'm gonna ask, and this is rough, man. Can you be stuck in something so long that you can't be unstuck?
No, you can't never get unstuck, but that's a choice at that point. You cannot tell me you get to a certain age and you don't even realize you stuck, but if you continue
I'm not saying, like, I'm saying, can you be stuck so long that there's nothing that you can do to get out, or whatever it is? You feel like it's always a way out?
Yeah, it's always a way out. It's always a way out.
In life, you always got choices.
Exactly.
You always got options.
Exactly. You always got a way out. So go ahead and give your example, D.
She just said that because I got the socks and flip flops on. Anyway,
But what if you? But I guess to answer that question is though, I mean, like that would depend on like what your goal was. You know what I'm saying? Like, or is. Like, it's people out there.
You gotta explain that.
Like, it's people like, okay, take the cat that's been, you know what I'm saying, like working at the factory for the last, you know what I'm saying, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? He may not be a very educated man, but his goal was to raise my family, not have to do nothing illegal. So I'm going to work, I'm providing for my family, I'm keeping the roof over their head, I'm getting these kids out of the house. That could have been, you know what I'm saying, like what his, you know what I'm saying, like goal in life was. So, you know what I'm saying, for him to do that, I mean, it's like some people wouldn't necessarily call that stuck, you know what I'm saying? Some people would look at that man and say, that's consistency.
I mean, hey, you know, I guess it all depends on what your goals, like what you say, like what your goals are. Like,
if you even have goals.
And then, okay, my example of not being able to get unstuck and, you know, call it good or bad or whatever you want to, let's just say somebody smokes cigarettes, right? And you smoke cigarettes for 40 years. At a certain point, them cigarettes gonna take a toll on your life. Either through the form of throat cancer, lung cancer, stomach cancer, whatever. And once that cancer sets in, it's too late. It's fucked. You can't unfuck it.
But who's to say that?
I mean, you know, okay, people do beat cancer all the time, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like once you've gone down that road, like if you do get a miracle, you do get a blessing like that, then yeah, if you turn back, you know, you deserve whatever you get. But it's very rare that people that would go on and on in something that they know is wrong day after day, hour after hour, and at some point, you know, just wake up. Be like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Well, so you know, you being a deacon and a student of the word,
yeah,
you know there's it's spiritual warfare going on, and that's what the devil does. He tries to keep us confounded and blinded to a lot of stuff for as long as he can.
Yeah.
So a lot of us really don't act in faith or believe in faith or are receptive to the leadings or promptings of the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a touchy subject for me because you know all I got is the word, and what God say. I firmly believe in that, and I stand on that. So I can't go back to being blinded and thinking that there's no way out and let the devil have his way with me. But there are some people that do. So I mean,
Okay, so look, because I mean, you brought. I'm finna bring the spirituality part of it into this, right? It's something called being turned over to a reprobate mind, right? And at some point, biblically saying, Hagwood, where you at? Need your help with this one. It's at some point biblically saying you have done this so long, you've laid in this so long. You've ignored the signs to get out for so long. I'm finna turn you over to it. That's what God says.
Yeah, you're gonna turn into it.
Yeah.
I think that's still a choice. It's still a choice at the end of the day.
I mean, well, okay, when God turns you over to a reprobate mind, like that's it. Well, Hagwood, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's it.
That's
like,
what Crystal is saying, basically.
You done.
He said read Romans chapter 1. Apparently the whole thing.
Okay, I'm not finna read it on
Crystal,
air, but
Crystal said you can get stuck so long that you can't get unstuck. It's because the mindset has been so changed that they don't see or acknowledge the way out. They will have a way out, but having the mental fortitude to get out is rare. It's rare. That's the key word, rare. It's still a choice.
Mental fortitude.
So you acting like you could just wake up and it'll just happen. It ain't. I don't believe it's just all of a sudden gonna happen. Oh shoot, we got a call. Noonan, Georgia. Who is this? Yeah, I'm cut down the sounds of the It's About Time show. Who is this? Who's calling? Where you calling from? What's your name?
Brian, man.
Oh, what up, B? What up, B?
Just calling in, man. Listening to some of the stuff that's going on. What part of y'all on now?
Okay. This is the question right here. Once something gets stuck, can it get unstuck? Like once you've been in it for so long, is there ever a point that you can't get it unstuck?
Well, you got two things. That depends on the perception and the mind of the person. Because some people say, hey, this relationship ain't working, but I want to hold on because we got kids. Some people say, hey, man, if I divorce, it's cheaper to keep it. That's a mentality. And then also sometimes what happens is we become creatures of habits, desires, and customs. So let's just take the habit. I got so much history with this person, and people fear the unknown. That means I got to cut this person off. I got to get back out there and try to figure out what this other person's mores and forays is. So you got a whole bunch of variables in that equation.
Okay.
But if you want to get out, you can get out.
Exactly.
So
I said the same thing, B.
If you truly want to get out,
You saying no matter what it is, if you want to get out, you can truly get out.
I mean, other than being decapitated and murdered.
It's still a choice at the end of the day.
My situation, I was married, and I saw it again. I was like, I'm done.
So up to your dying day, you always have a choice, is what you saying.
Well, when you bring up that religion aspect, don't you have a choice? They call free will.
I mean, yeah, it is, but there's also like what we was just talking about. It's also being turned over to a reprobate mind. When God says, "Okay, you did this so long, I'm turning you over to your own desires."
I still feel like that's a
Okay,
choice.
well, let me back up because I ain't super religious. So let me ask you, what do you think is the situation that you can't get out of?
Man, I don't exactly know, B. I mean, like I use the example of smoking cigarettes. Like you can smoke cigarettes for 30, 40 years, but once you get cancer, like you can't unget cancer, and you know what directly caused it.
You can't undo
But
it.
that's an addiction that you like, but you can stop. I had a situation where I stopped, almost caught a turkey, picked it back up, unfortunately. But I'm saying it all depends on where you at. So when I ask the question, what is the situation that you can't get out of, it's all subjective.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I 1000% agree with that. However, I feel like there are things that happen that make it so that you can't get out.
What happened that makes it that you cannot get out? Get out of what? If you caught cancer, that's a decision that you made to keep smoking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then like if you
So maybe in that situation when you say, okay, well, the doctor get out of that physical shambles.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, well, the way out is death. I mean, you know, like
So I just think that, you know,
Uh-huh.
when we look at it, we have to be realistic and say, okay, what situation here? But when we talk about relationships, then nah. But if you say, okay, you got health issues, because I don't know if that was brought up, but yeah, if you got health issues and you choose to do this, you choose to eat this, you choose to keep doing that, and then you get to the point where they say, you know, your ass got diabetes, then yeah, there may be something, but then there's some things you can work on to say, hey, I got to eliminate this. But a lot of people ain't willing to eliminate certain things because, again, we're creatures of habit.
It's a choice. And you telling me that when God comes to you with that type of mindset and say, this is what I'm gonna make you do.
Never had no comment number because I'm coming.
Hey, it's all good, but hey, we gotta let you go because we gonna keep the line open. Hey, I appreciate you calling. Peace.
For sure. Peace, Wednesday.
All right, brother. That was something.
Brian, Angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you telling me when God say, okay, I'm gonna put you in a reprobate mind, that I don't have a choice to say, no, God, I'm gonna work on this.
Okay.
Hagwood, go ahead, call in. He
Yeah,
said,
please call in Hagwood. I mean, you got to look at what happened with the children of Israel. God said he hardened Pharaoh's heart.
That's also Old Testament.
It don't matter. Old Testament, New Testament, whatever it is. Up, Charlotte, North Carolina. Is this you, Hagwood? Hey, welcome to This About Time show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, this is Hagwood. What's going on?
What up, Hagwood? Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate that. Share some of your pastorly light. Go ahead, man. I'm listening. Go ahead, share some of your pastorly light.
Okay, well, this is the insight. Again, Romans chapter 1, let's go scripture real quick. It basically said because of this, God gave them over to shameful lust, even their women exchanging natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women that were inflamed with lust for one another. Men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, so God gave them over to a depraved mind. This is what a reprobate mind. That's the King James version. So the issue, and the sister actually is right. I forgot her name.
Nikki.
Forgive me.
Nikki.
Yes, she's correct. But it is the aspect of choice, because God does not give us over to a reprobate mind unless we choose to be reprobate.
Yeah, but no, like, and that's my point though. Once we've chosen it for so long, I feel like it's a point when God takes his hand off of it, or like in the case of Pharaoh, what I just said, God hardens your heart towards it so that you can't change. Tell me.
Well, the thing is that I think that it's not the aspect of the hardening of heart that God necessarily does that. I think it's the matter that we make a choice. And there's the aspect of the various aspects of the will of God. And when we make that choice, then we've already done it. It's not a thing where God said, God already knows that's going to happen ultimately. But it's a matter that we made that choice to be that. So when we go through the aspect of actually changing that, the cool thing about God is that God gives us the aspect of free will. So because of that, we have that free will to make a choice. But there's a consequence, either positive or negative, to the aspect of that choice. If we make errors in our choices, then yes, he will lead us over to the aspect of being reprobate, because he has no other choice. He has to throw his hands up and say, well, you choose to be that. So since you choose to be that, then I give you over to that, whether that's what you want.
Look, Regina Muse. Actually, I'm gonna say what Felicia said. Don't go nowhere, Hagwood, because I'm gonna ask you another question. Felicia said some people avoid responsibility for their own happiness. Dang.
Some people avoid responsibility for their own happiness.
Yeah, I mean, and then Regina Muse said one of the hardest things to do in life is change. God only turns you over to a reprobate mind because you continue to choose.
Yep.
And no, I 1000% agree with that. And Hagwood, I appreciate you calling in, man. So I want to get your. I'm gonna ask you this question, and we're gonna move on to the last question, but I want to give you space to answer it. How as people that have been stuck in situations, how do we become unstuck?
I think the way we become unstuck is that we really have to change our mindset, and we have to begin the process of exposing ourselves to things that we have left ourselves close to.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it boils down to. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. So understanding that is called insanity.
Yeah.
So you have to do something different. And sometimes I think it's either a lean where we become so comfortable that we don't want to do anything different, and or we say, okay, I'm fed up of being unsatisfied. And I know there's a yearning and a purpose that's deep down inside of me that leans more. My wife just went back to nursing school, and she graduated when they went to Savannah the other week. And the reason why she went back to school is it seemed like I'm unfulfilled. And I told her, I said, and she said, I'm going back. I said, yeah, baby, go back, because I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
And I will do everything possible to ensure that you meet the goals that you meet, because when you win, I win.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Our
go.
whole family wins.
Yeah.
So we lean on each other and pull so that we have satisfaction in life. And I think that when you feel stuck, you won't progress. You won't write books. You won't do the things you feel God has purposed you to do. I'm in a place where I feel I'm a little bit stuck because I'm not moving on something that I think I should be moving on, and that's about to change. So, you know, on some writings I'm trying to do. But you got to be able to see that and explore that. But I thank y'all for y'all's meeting, because what your meeting does for me, it opens up topics like, let's talk about that.
Yep.
You know, so for certain things that sometimes you can't bring up in church as a pastor. You know, and it feels like you can't bring it up because folks are kind of almost stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
You know, and so you try to broaden and open up the horizon so that people will become free. And I think that's a matter of being spiritually free.
Yeah.
So believe that I don't want to call you out of.
Oh no, you good, but I appreciate you calling in, Hagwood. Hagwood, what's the name of your church?
Yes, First Mountain Zion Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay.
We're on Facebook, so you'll see us there. Just check us out.
Okay.
First Mountain Zion.
Okay.
First Mountain Zion Missionary Baptist.
So,
and, you can reach.
Facebook family, if y'all are ever in Charlotte, North Carolina, go check out Pastor Hagwood, Pastor Bishop Dr. Reverend Sean Hagwood, and First Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, and the whole Mount View by the Rock of Gibraltar Baptist Pentecostal Melanated Church of Christ and Jesus and God and all the rest of them three white people. But
you know it's a black church.
If you're ever,
Appreciate it, man. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all have a good meeting.
all right, appreciate
Thank
that,
you.
Hagwood, man. Thank you.
All
All
right,
right, peace.
Yeah, that was a good one, a good mindset. That
Okay.
was my question too. Like, how do we get unstuck? But I definitely appreciate my cousin, because you know how you be sitting in church and the preacher be talking, you know the preacher be talking to you, but you be wanting to play it off and nothing let nobody know the preacher talking.
Like, get out of my business.
Exactly. Right.
Nick, do you know me outside of this
And
pulpit?
then also, I appreciate what Reverend Hagwood said, that, you know, this is a topic. I think for me, for a minute there, I was thinking I'm by myself on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling this way by myself. So I appreciate this topic and know that I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say one thing about that, and then I'll let y'all have it. One of the most profound scriptures for me is in the Bible twice. It says, paraphrase basically says that what we allow, heaven allows.
Yeah.
What we bind,
Heaven binds. Yeah.
So
And
once
Jesus said that's a direct quote. Yeah.
once you get that revelation in your mind and in your heart, that whatever you decide, whatever decision you make, heaven's either gonna back it or they're gonna bind it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's been very beneficial for me.
Oh,
in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
feel
that's-
you, man.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was,
you.
That was a good one,
And
Deborah.
like, okay, I'm gonna throw this question out there because I mean, we kind of answered going along. How do we get unstuck, right? This is gonna be the last question I'm put out there because we've been on for a minute now. But and if anybody else wants to call, the numbers 423-637-7249. 423-637-7249. I guess we'll take one more call if you're here. But my thing is, you got all these churches and all these religionified people and all these people saying that they praise and worship God and do all this other stuff, and correct me if I'm wrong, it says faith without works is dead. And we got all these people with all this faith and ain't nothing getting better. So, why is the church stuck? I know.
Why is the church stuck?
Yeah, why is the church stuck?
As an entity? Like,
Well, no, I mean,
why-
okay. When I say church, I mean the body of believers, because that's technically what the church is,
Because-
not the actual physical building that people go to. But
That's
why
the
is the
black
body
community.
of believers stuck?
That's the black community. It's parallel.
Well, like Hagel said, you got a lot of the church folks that's comfortable in what they've been taught. That's all that they've known, and then when you come and you talking against the grain, you get ousted real quick from a congregation that ain't trying to hear that newfangled revival. You know, like that ain't biblical. You know, it's. I mean, but hell,
It's
I
so
mean,
much
slavery
stuff
was
in the
done in
church
the name.
that ain't biblical. I mean, you know, because I teach. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, I teach, and it's a whole lot of stuff that I teach about that people are like, I didn't ever think about it like that. I didn't ever, but it's clearly, plainly there. You just don't read. You
I
get
mean,
spoon-fed.
there is nothing in the Bible that says God helps those who help themselves. Yet
That's
Yeah.
part of
Yeah,
the
being
reason
a
why I
friendship.
don't.
I'm
because
saying folks been quoting that like that's been scripture since.
Just said something.
Go ahead.
People been hooping and hollering and holy and thou and hallelujah and amen and all up in the church, dedicated, go every Sunday, Bible study, choir practice, usher. But do they really believe?
Mm.
They'll
Do
find
they
out.
really believe? They just doing it because they've been doing it.
They,
I would be doing
It's
it because
routine.
I grew up going to church Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And as I got older, I started questioning a lot of things. Like, wait a minute, these people up in here, they not real. Because when we go outside church, this how they act. You know what I'm saying? When we go inside the church, this how they act. When we go outside the church, this how they act. So again, the question is, how do we stop being unstuck? It's not just the church, it's the black community, because the black community equal the black church.
Yeah. I mean, and fear plays a huge part of that.
Ain't nothing but an act up in the church.
Fear plays a huge part. I mean, because if God tells you to do something and you don't step out on it, that's a sin of omission. According to what the word says, it's a sin of omission. And most of the time we don't do it because we scared.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable over here being in my little box. I'm comfortable. I don't want to.
That's Noah going to Nineveh. That's all.
Not Noah going to Nineveh. Noah didn't go to Nineveh.
Jonah.
Jonah, thank you.
Yeah. No, you
Boy,
know.
you finna tell a Medea story up here.
Jonah and the Ark, a 3-hour tour. That's what it was.
Hold on, John.
We all have, God has a plan and purpose for each individual,
Mm-hmm.
especially his children. I just think that a lot of us, like you said, are scared to step out in what God has purpose for us to do. And by doing so, we do live a somewhat unfulfilled, mediocre, and stuck life.
I 1000%, because that's why generation after generation you see us stuck in poverty, stuck in the same BS that mama went through, grandmama went through. All right,
But they scared to step out for what reason? Afraid of losing what they got? Or are they afraid of taking a step back to take 2 steps forward?
I think black people in general are scared of everything. Black people are scared of black people are scared of white people, black people are scared of the system, black people are scared of police, black people are scared of, you name it.
They scared of it.
Yeah.
But that's been-
they scared of looking like
That's been
criminals.
systematically ingrained
They
in
scared of somebody
the
being
black
nice
people
to
from
them.
jump, though.
They scared of, and I'm telling you, I lived this. I lived this life. When I stepped outside and people were being nice to me, what the fuck you being nice to me for?
I don't know you.
Exactly.
Man.
So I've been there, done that. It is a fear. It is. And it's a disease.
Okay, so we finna wrap this show up because we can keep talking about this all. I mean, you know, this is a conversation we're gonna have to come back to, and I've enjoyed the conversation, if I must say so. But I'm gonna end with what Hagwood said. He said the church, i.e., the people of Christ, are oftentimes comfortable, not revolutionary. Jesus was a revolutionist. He shook up the system, and it went away. Dang.
The church has to move to that type of faith.
The church has to move to that type of thinking. I'm gonna read what Regina said too. The body of Christ has many stuck people who are afraid of what others may think or say. You have to want it bad enough that you go against the grain and you go against traditionalism.
And
Ooh.
you know, Hagwood probably just summed it all up.
Hagwood gave the acronym for faith. He said, "Forsaking all, I trust Him." I like that. I might have to put that on a t-shirt. If you got our t-shirt already, Hagwood, let me know. I'll buy it from you. But we're going to go ahead and wrap the show up. So since we got our guests here, and I apologize, normally it's ladies first, but did you want to give any shout-outs this evening, John, before we get off of here?
Damn, we already missed the radio show. 96.1, the Paula Boys. Check us out from 9 to 10 on Sundays.
Okay.
Homeboy CT, Fade Factory.
Okay.
Nick's Worldwide, Speakeasy Clothing. We're all there, 6925 South Rose.
Yeah, it's like 5 different businesses in this one little room. No,
What's the phone number? How can we call you to get ourselves inked up like we supposed to?
To have a consultation or make an appointment with me to get a tattoo, you can call 615-669-5043.
Okay.
Say that again, 615?
669-5043.
All right, so Queen, you got
Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Tuntun, he came through.
Yeah.
Shout out to his sister.
Yeah.
I just want to shout out to my family. I feel love today. Oh. And shout out to Felicia and her meatloaf sandwiches.
Hey!
No.
Everybody said they were serving food.
There's an inside joke behind that one. Anyway, y'all don't go anywhere because I'm going to wrap everything up with, I guess, like a final thought or whatever. I don't want to take Zoe Williams' thing. I got to shout out, number one, JL Studio. This is the best tattoo artist in the Chattanooga area. Menlo Park Grocery Store.
Yes,
if you're in Brainerd area, go see Sean Daniels, the homie. He was actually tuned in for a little while. I don't know if he's still there. Go see Sean Daniels. You know, even if you spend $1 or $2, just support black business. Also, I said earlier, go to SeeUncharted.com. The homie Mark White has traveled the globe and he has pictures. You know, if you need artwork for your living room or whatever, once again, this is black owned, please go to Uncharted.com. Use the code FRIENDSFAM25 and you get a 25% discount off of whatever picture it is. And, you know, he sends them out to you or whatever. And they're, like, honestly, it's professional quality. It's great. And got to shout out Duffy. Once again, my play daughter. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. She was tuning in for a little while. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for being Hagwood, for calling in. We appreciate your insight. We appreciate everything that you brought to the conversation. Thank you, John, for agreeing to come through this evening. And I'm going to leave everybody with this, right? We've been talking about the topic stuck, right? And Cuz kept alluding to us as a people, as black people being stuck, right? And to me, it's the whole situation where it's similar to if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book.
Put it in the book.
Right? So, because one thing about us, and we got into the faith conversation, one thing about us as black people is we are so used to being spoon-fed. And if anything goes against that spoon feeding that we've received, we're instantly in denial, we're in shock, and we're in a state of fear. Right? And in order to get past that fear, get past that spoon feeding, you got to take that step to not be a nigga and open that book up. Whatever it is, whatever chapter of your life it is that you're trying to get to next, you got to open that book up. You got to turn that page yourself, right? That means exposing yourself to new things. That means, like what Hagwood said, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You got to be willing to open yourself up to some things. You got to be willing to go past what you already know. You got to be willing to go to some places that you never thought that you would be. And then with all of that, your mindset is going to change. And then once your mindset starts changing, you're going to see your purpose start unfolding in front of you. And it doesn't matter whether your purpose is touching one person or 100,000 people. You're walking in your purpose, which means that feeling like, oh, I hate doing this. I hate going here. I hate. You know, people wake up. Like, I used to wake up every morning. The first word out of my mouth was a cuss word. Because I didn't want to go to work. I didn't like my job. I didn't like who I work with. Wayne is a witness. He didn't see me wake up on the couch. First thing out of my mouth is, I'm not going to say it now.
Dirty pick.
Yeah. First thing out of my mouth is a cuss word. So for us to get past that point, we got to be willing to turn that next page in our life. Get rid of that fear. Let that fear go. And start walking in your purpose.
It's so refreshing when you let it go, too. I promise y'all.
Yeah.
It's so
unbelievable. It seems like it's something that's so hard. But
it is hard.
But once you it's hard only mentally. But once you take that step, you start seeing things come at you that you never thought would happen.
Be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Exactly. That being said, man, we appreciate y'all watching,
we love
man.
y'all. Thank
we
you.
thank
like
y'all
and share.
for tuning
like
in.
And share.
Yeah, please like and share the show. Go to the It's About Time Show Facebook page, like the page. You can see all the old episodes on there. If you want to call in, we do have the number to call in. I don't know what next week's topic is going to be. I don't think so.
One more shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to TK. It was his birthday.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it was.
Happy birthday, Buzz. My bad.
Shout out to TK.
My bad. Happy birthday, Buzz. I'm sorry I got to reach out to you and express that. But we appreciate y'all watching, man. Thank you so much. We out.
We out.
Stop begging for damn hookups.
Let me get a hookup, bro.
Go pay for shit. You'll pay it from the white man, but beg from the black man.
Let me get one real.
No, dog. Let me get this cover up, dog. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? We go back like Peter Pan, right? Nigga, that'll be $200.
I need to be following him.